Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel. Today's episode is your Saturday special, so it's the Nissan Prairie. Welcome back, and if you're new to Quarterlight, we're a car brochure channel looking at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, sometimes beyond that. So if that sounds like it would interest you, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. But anyway, it's a Saturday special. We've been looking at the Nissan cars brochure for 1985. We're up to the Nissan Prairie, which ran from 1982 to 1988. It's quite a clever little car, really, with the sliding door. Think sort of mini MPV, I guess. Known in Canada as the Nissan Multi, the United States as the Stanza wagon. But anyway, let's have a look at today's brochure. Now, of course, when we're talking about this one ran from 82 to 88, we're talking about the first generation that we've got here, sometimes referred to as the M10. Clever little design, which will zoom in on some of these pictures. Very much the Nissan family front grille. Almost looks a little Micra-esque, doesn't it, in that front grille there. Interesting car. Also interesting, the Nissan Range in 85. We're only just reached the centre pages. Huge range of cars. This was kind of like your mini MPV. At a time when MPVs were starting to become a little bit popular. Let's zoom in on this one. There we go. Very boxy shape, but of course that makes it all the more practical. Sliding doors. Very clever design, actually, which we'll see in a moment. There wasn't really a B pillar, so you could open this door and slide it back, and you had this huge opening. Of course, we can see this has got wheel trims, but we have got colour coordinated door mirrors on this one, and sort of like a two colour scheme on this, with this darker lower end treatment. Nissan badge on the grille, of course, orange indicators, etc, etc. As they were at the time, they always liked to put huge aerials on them, didn't they? Huge aerial coming out at the top there. I don't know why Nissan's had such huge aerials, I'm not sure. There is another picture down here as well, actually, and this kind of like demonstrates, I wish there was a side-on view, but it kind of like demonstrates the fact that it had no B pillar. You know, door open, sliding, this massive area in the back, black rear end treatment. I do remember these being around, actually. I saw quite a few of them actually in the 80s. They were reasonably popular for small families, but then again, they were a really clever design. Of course, with having no B pillar, the seat belt is having to attach to the door there. Anyway, not a great deal in this brochure about the Prairie, but we'll certainly have a look at this text now. Telling us this is the Nissan Prairie, the world's first true multi-purpose car. I don't know what you feel about that sentiment. I think it may be untrue, but Nissan is claiming this is the first true multi-purpose car, so let's not doubt their words. The Prairie has a unique and exciting specification featuring a pillarless design with sliding rear doors for total free access to the spacious interior. The tailgate lifts from below bumper level to reveal an exceptional low floor that's just 7 inches from the ground for easy loading of heavy or awkward objects. Rear seats fold down and forward to provide enormous carrying capacity in a load area that's 59 inches long, 46 inches high and up to 51 inches wide. On long journeys, when you feel like a rest, you can fold down the front and rear seat backs to provide a comfortable sleeping area for two. The Prairie has refined, comfortable interior with attractive cloth upholstered seats, deep pile-fitted carpets throughout, and a high level of luxury standard equipment including tinted glass, quartz clock, push-button MWLW radio, interior tailgate and fuel lid release, internal adjustable door mirrors, illuminated cigar lighter and vanity mirror. It's also an enjoyable car to drive with the choice of 1.5 or 1.8 litre overhead camshaft engines, a 5-speed gearbox, rack and pinion steering and fully independent suspension. The Nissan Prairie is an entirely new concept in space and versatility, designed to make the most of all your family motoring needs. The Anniversary 2 model has a host of extras including radio stereo cassette player, electric sunroof, two-tone paint and power assisted steering. So like I said, this is just all red, but this is the two-tone one, so this must be the Anniversary edition. Here are the specifications, and also I suppose an interesting thing that come to mind then, when these were first launched there was actually badged Datsun Prairies, weren't there? I think it's about 84 when the Range all changed over to Nissan, and of course this brochure is 1985, so case of changing all those badges to Nissan. Now apparently, although shame it doesn't show it here because it doesn't show the interior sadly, but apparently on these you could still see the Datsun script on the centre of the speedometer, which is kind of like an interesting little fact. So there you go, two engine choices, a 1482 or that 1809cc, all showing as being manual here in the UK. Interesting little thing about the fuel economy figures. So the 1.5 at the bottom is doing sort of like a constant 56 at 44.1, which is, excuse me, extremely good, isn't it, for what it is. And even the 1.8, very good. Constant 56, 43.5. And you can just about make out, I know it's not the clearest down the bottom here. But the Anniversary 2 was a little bit less, 41.5, but of course that was the loaded model, so we had all the extra weight, I guess. So electric windows, electric steel sunroof, which might have added a bit of weight, power assisted steering, etc, etc. Is the only reason I can think that that particular model does drop a little bit on that constant 56, although the other figures are similar, but that's kind of like an interesting little thing to note. So that's all there is for the Nissan Prairie. It really skips through it fast. I guess similar to the Stanza next week's episode. And interesting, I've just noticed side by side, it looks like a similar colour scheme there, really down to even the black lower body on this, probably high spec, probably the SGL. See the more basic one at the bottom there, so that'll be next Saturday's episode. So there we go, the Nissan Prairie. I wonder if any of you remember them or indeed owned a Prairie, or your dad owned a Prairie, it's your family car. Love to hear them sort of stories. No doubt an extremely reliable car, probably another of those that rust got them more than reliability in the end. But anyway, Saturday special is just a quick episode, so I want to wrap it up here. But I want to say enjoy the rest of your weekend. Interestingly, we've reached over 750 subscribers. That's a bit of a landmark, so thank you for everyone who has subscribed. If you have not done already, please do like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And we'll see you on Monday for the next Quarter Light episode. So we'll say enjoy your weekend, take care, we'll see you soon. Goodbye.